Hello, I'm Detective Bowtie. They call me that because of my bow tie. I'm on a very important case. Maybe you can help me solve it. I call it the mystery of who Jesus is. Our mystery starts at a time when Jesus was 12 years old. There was a time when his parents couldn't find him for 3 whole days. Let's look at all the clues and see if we can find him together and solve this mystery. Clue number 1. We know that Jesus is our forever king because hundreds of years before he was born, God promised he would send a king to his people. And God always keeps his promises. God chose Mary and Joseph to be Jesus' mom and dad here on earth. They loved God and obeyed him. Has your family ever gone on a trip? Mine has. Someday I'd even love to go to the beach. Jesus' parents took trips too. Every year they traveled to Jerusalem for a feast called Passover. The Passover feast was a time to remember how God had saved them from the Egyptians hundreds of years earlier. When Jesus was 12, they took their trip to Jerusalem for the Passover celebration, just like always. But it was on the way home, Mary and Joseph noticed Jesus wasn't with them. It will help us with our case if we find out where he was. It seems that since Jesus wasn't with them or anywhere in the crowd with family or friends, maybe he was still in Jerusalem. We know that there was a temple in Jerusalem. The temple was a place where people put God first. Hold on, that's it. If God sent Jesus and the temple was the place for people who put God first, Jesus must have been in the temple. Aha! After 3 days of searching, that's where Mary and Joseph found him. He was at the temple learning about God from Jewish teachers. Everyone was amazed at how well Jesus understood. He was even explaining some stuff himself. Good job, everyone! Now we know where he was for those 3 days. We're closer than ever to finding out who Jesus is and why he came. When his parents found him, they let him know how worried they were and how long they'd been searching. Then he said to them, "Why were you looking for me? Didn't you know I had to be in my father's house?" 12 years old, and he knew he had a special relationship with God and had to be near him. Another clue, I believe. As he grew up, he became stronger and wiser. He was getting ready for his giant part in God's story. He would go on to amaze many people. He would show them how much God loves them. Ha! It all adds up. Being the forever king, being at the temple, having a special relationship with God, they all point to who Jesus is and why he came to us. Jesus shows us what God is like. Thank you for your help, but there's a lot more to learn about who Jesus is. I do hope you'll come back and help me some more. Goodbye.